so hard, bitch, beware. You ain't even supposed to be here. Camp so hard, cause we here. So I suggest that you stay clear. Cause I'm psycho with the knife holes and the rifles. Take your pick. XRs, man of wars, 44s, extended clips. Camp so hard that I got kicked.
Yo, well, I say hello, motherfuckers, and welcome to the video. I am Lost Soul, as always, man. And the gameplay in the background, I believe, is a 27-1 or something like that on the map Piccadilly on Modern Warfare 2020, man. So, as some of y'all may know, if you're one of the OG subs or people that's been around for a little while, you'll know I do a series called Florida Man, which I have neglected to upload last week, but I am back with it, folks. Now, as a man from Florida, it's kind of weird to talk shit about my people from Florida, man, but we do have some Cocoa Puff people down here. Now, this story here, man, is a two-parter, but they will merge, and it's a two-part story, two separate incidences, but from the same family. Okay. Now, also these stories happen here in the county that I live in. One incident happened actually in the city I live in, and one happened in a neighboring city to the city I live in. Now, the first incident is going to be about a guy named David Murdoch, folks. He called the Polk County Sheriff and basically told them that he had to get rid of the devil. And that's all he told 911. He told 911 after that after I had to get rid of the devil, I will be sitting out front under the light waiting for your deputies. When deputies got there, they found Mr. Murdoch, which was a 60-year-old man. And they found that Mr. Murdoch had killed his 56-year-old fiance/wife. They had been together for over 23 years. And their relationship was going downhill. They had separated. She lived in a neighboring city with her daughter. Was coming over, visiting with said 60-year-old man, Mr. Murdoch, when Mr. Murdoch says she went ballistic and ended up killing her. He ended up shooting her in the head and killing her. Now, where the story gets a little weird is because where the police found her body was in the closet, facing out of the closet. Murdoch says that he came home, she was not invited there. They had talked about her coming, but she was not invited. That when he got home, she basically was in the closet, like he could hear her in the closet, like ranting or whatever he said, but he couldn't tell who it was because the dog was barking and everything else. He said so he had to get the devil out of the house. When he opened up the door to the closet, she attacked. And evidently it was because this 60-year-old man had cheated on her, folks. Listen, and if y'all don't know, man, old people get it in, man. There is more sexually transmitted diseases in nursing homes than there is in a fucking high school, folks. That is a crazy thing, and I've actually checked the stats on that after I was told, and it is true. So, evidently, Murdoch was a pimp. He was an old-time hustler. He used to pull bad bitches from the nursing homes. Well, he said when she attacked, he ended up shooting her, not realizing who she was, but just understood that there was a devil in his closet. Police did, in fact, go through his text messages and everything else. where it came to find out that he did tell her he would be home around a certain time, blah, blah, blah. Well, they did charge him with first-degree murder. Also, they charged. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. In turn, though, she was actually charged with burglary, breaking and entering, and assault. But he was charged with murder. I don't understand how that works, though, because if you're saying she was in the wrong enough to charge her, then how was he in the wrong to kill her? You know what I mean? But, you know, especially down here in Florida where you have a stand your ground law. Now, where part two gets a little twisted is, his fiance, Mr. Murdoch's fiance, which was, we'll just call her first name, I'm going to leave out, but Bunce was her last name. She was 56 years old whenever this incident happened. 2 years later, that same daughter that she was living with whenever she went to Mr. Murdoch's house was shot and killed by the police. Now, how this story goes is she has a husband who that was living there at the time that her mother got killed, and they separated at the time. Now, this happened in Bartow, Florida, which is the neighboring city to the city I live in. Her husband, who is not named in this story here, but her husband had split, got his own place. Miss Bunce, the daughter, had went to his house as they were trying to reconcile, I guess. She began to get hostile and angry, where in turn the husband had to leave the house, leaving his roommate in there to defend for his own. Now, the roommate was not injured in this story, but the roommate also left out of the house afterwards and met up with the husband, who was on the phone with the 911 operator, and they actually had a clip of the 911 call that I listened to, and it was a little weird. The guy actually was laughing because he said she had the devil in him, which is the same thing the Mr. Murdoch said about the mother. He said she is in there acting like the devil, just tearing everything up in my house. While on the phone with 911 operators, though, I guess she found out that he had left out of the house, so she came outside. You could hear her in the background screaming, "Why are you hiding, you fucking pussy?" Well, the 911 operator asked why she was so upset, and he said, because I left her for another woman. So neither one of the mom or the daughter knew how to please their man where they couldn't get fucking cheated on. So as the police, 911 ends up, they end up breaking the call somehow. The 911 operator calls back, and in the background, I thought I heard gunshots. But he then explains that she is beating my truck with a hatchet. Now the police arrive on the scene, and when the police get there, the police meet up with the husband, who is a few houses down, waiting on the corner for them. When she notices the police there, she comes charging towards him while the police are standing there, which further lets me believe she is crazy, folks. To come charging at a guy with the police standing there and you got a hatchet in your hand, that is not smart. You are not in your right mind. Now, the police did what the police thought they had to do, and that was shoot this woman and put her down. She also died from her injuries. Now, that is two family members. Either Florida men drive these women crazy, or these women is crazy. That was two incidents. The cop was not charged with any wrongdoing. as it was all caught on video cam, body cam footage, and everything else was taken to trial. It was never, or investigated anyway, but it was never found of him of doing any wrongdoing. So, I have a question for y'all, man. Now, is Florida man crazy? Or is it the women that Florida men choose to deal with crazy, folks? Or is it just women's crazy? Leave me a comment down below, man. And if you like the video, man, I would appreciate it. If you drop a comment down below, hit the like button, hit the share button. Make sure you're a sub to the channel, turn the notifications on. And also, look at this. Hey, did you see what just happened there? I shot a rocket because I was out of bullets, and he threw a grenade. My rocket hit his grenade, bounced it back at him, and killed him. Watch this. But as always, though, camp life, man. Y'all keep those campfires burning. I'm out this bitch. Peace.
So hard, bitch, beware. You ain't even supposed to be here. Camp so hard, cause we here. So I suggest that you stay clear. Cause I'm psycho with the knife holes and the rifles. Take your pick. XRs, man of wars, 44s, extended clips. Camp so hard that I got kicked.